So I recently saw the Spellbinders Small Die of the Month and fell in love with it. It's arrived and I'm going to play with it today. Hey crafty people, it's Tasha, welcome back to my channel. If you like this video then please do give me a thumbs up, and if you aren't already subscribed I would love it if you would consider it. So the kit this month is a stitching die. It's slimline, so you get a large panel that can be used on a slimline, and then you also get the word thanks, which can be used separately as well, and it's a really big sentiment, so I think it's amazing value really. Yeah, I love it. I love the extra detail that you get on the letters. So I cut it from some £110 Nina Solar White. You do need to use heavier cardstock when you are planning on stitching on a card, because you know it's the paper's cardstock, whatever. It's got to stand up to the stitches. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a long time, but look at that rainbow of embroidery thread that I had to have organised and beautiful, even though I don't actually know when I last stitched on a card. But yeah, anywho, it's just one of those things, isn't it, you have to get. But I didn't get expensive, I just got like cheap pound shop thread. Today I'm also taking part in another Crafty YouTubers collaborative hop. Today's is how does your garden grow, which I just think is awesome, because it is April is National Gardening Month, and yeah, but I use like flowers so much that I wanted to do something a bit different, so I went for this. The information does tell you to use like the 6 thread embroidery floss, but to break it down and use 2 of the threads on it, which I did do on this face card, but I made a second card as well, and that time I actually used 3 of the threads because I felt that 2 was a little bit too thin. I'm not sure. So I'm splitting down the thread, and I'm not gonna lie, it took an embarrassing number of times doing this before I realised that if I just snip a portion of the thread off, then it's much easier to split down. But here I'm trying to do it with it all still wrapped around the plasticky thing, and that doesn't work. So that took a lot longer, and it probably, like I said, it took an embarrassing amount of time before I clicked that might be a better idea. You're about to see what happens when a 32-year-old woman is attacked by a spider. I don't like spiders, they scare me. So I saw one just crawling up the wall, and I tried to get it to catch it. My husband wasn't in, tried to catch it, didn't work. It hid, so I went back to try and carry on, and can you see there? That's when I looked across and it was sitting on my Misty, just there, eyeing me, taunting me. And yeah, I don't like spiders. I really don't like spiders. Oh, but you know, it obviously heard that I've got plants out, you know, wanted to come and see how my garden grows. As I said, this is a hop, so we are all sharing flower garden related crafts. It doesn't have to be cards, it can be anything. If you go down into my description box, I will have a link to the next person in the hop. But we do also have a hashtag, which I can't remember, but I will pop on screen now. And if you click that, that should take you to all of the videos for today's hop. I hope that you do go through and watch everybody's videos. I love watching them through them all because there's always a real variety of different crafts, and I always learn something new. You might even meet a crafty friend or two. So I have sped this up massively because it took a very long time. Not helped by the fact that it's been a very long time since I tried to thread anything. Also, my manual dexterity is not what it used to be before illness struck, and it did take a little while to get done. And when I say a little while, I mean the first card took me 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours worth of footage. Oh, so yeah. Now, unfortunately, I did have a bit of an issue with my footage, and some of the footage, I don't know whether it didn't film or it got corrupted or what happened, but it wasn't there when I went to edit, and I did not have time to refilm it. Just didn't. I mean, I am gonna be late. I'm sorry. So yeah, I've just skipped through all of my sewing, various colours. Obviously you can slow this down if you want to watch it a bit slower. If you just hit up in the top right, where there's like the little 3 dots or dashes, I can't remember, for the menu, you can click on there and change the playback speed if you would like to. So once I'd finished the stitching portion of today's card, yeah, you get the letters for thanks. I really like that they've got like an embossed pattern on them, like stripes. I just think that they're really, really good, and they're really big. I love a big sentiment. So I was really happy with them. So I cut them from some gold foil cardstock, and I also cut from some more of the £110 Nina, because I wanted to stack them up. So I just did 1 layer of the white £110 and 1 layer of the gold. It's really easy to see where you need to stick them on. Once I'd stuck that down, I'm forgetting, I'm showing you that. The back of my stitching panel was a hot mess, but it really doesn't matter because no one else is going to see it, especially because part of the footage that I lost was me showing you the back of that, and my fix for it, because my panel was a bit warped as well from all of the stitching. So I just cut another one of the panels out from some more £110 Nina, and I just glued them together, sandwiched them together so that all the thread is in between, so that the thread is really securely held in place, and also so that it's held in place. Oh yeah, there was another one, and so that I can glue it down onto the panel easily, because I did not want to fuss about with no foam for all that. No, not doing that. So I just glued them together and then placed my Misty that was now de-spidered on top, just to weigh it down a little bit. So I cut a panel of this really nice maroon cardstock that I love and attached the stitch panel to it. I also cut some very thin strips of the gold mirror cardstock that I used for the sentiment, just to give me a band above and below the main panel, and I attached that to a slimline card. So that's the first card. Unfortunately, I've not got any of the footage of the second card, so I've just got the pictures. So here are some pictures, but I just wanted to show you another idea for it. So here I just used white thread right the way through, on some blue pearlescent speciality cardstock. It's thick. This one I didn't add it to another panel, I just put it straight onto a mini slimline. So it's 6.5 by 3.5. Yeah, you can see it fits beautifully on either. So please don't forget to check below for the link to the next person in the hop. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I love getting comments from you guys and chatting with you. Let me know, have you ever done any stitching on a card? Would you ever do it? Would you spend 4.5 hours stitching a card? It's not for everyone, but I enjoyed it. If you aren't already subscribed, then I'd love it if you would consider it. And if you hit that notification bell, then you won't miss any of my uploads. Please do hop through the other videos in the hop and show them some love, because, you know, we work really hard on these videos, so it's just nice to get some love, some appreciation. I hope that you have a lovely, happy, safe, wonderful week. Stay crafty. Bye!